Right there we got some tilapia. I hacked off the fins, the sharp fins, and cut it in half. Here we've got my Lycan Shepherd Toki and K-Bar, and also my Blue Bay Shepherd Kurgan. Right here we have on the left Septimus, and on the right Baloo. You can see now Mr. Baloo's ears are standing. Here with my son Max. Today we're going to teach the puppies how to chew their food. That's something that puppies that eat kibble have a lot of trouble with because it takes no effort to chew kibble. You can take kibble and you put it in a bowl of water and you'll see it turns into a big sponge in a matter of moments. That's what that kibble's doing inside the stomach of your dog. And, you know, feeding that over a lifetime causes the dog's muscles in their G-tract to become lax and underdeveloped. And that's one of the reasons why some breeds are so susceptible to bloat, also known as gastric torsion. Those G-tract muscles become underdeveloped, and it makes that easier to happen. Will feeding your dog raw prevent gastric torsion? Well, no, it won't prevent it, but it can greatly reduce the chances of it happening to your dog. You put them down, Max. All right. Introduce them again to chewing some fish here. Look at little Septimus running away with his prize. He took it underneath the stairs to eat it. Again, giving the fish like this whole is teaching them how to chew it. It's forcing them to chew off little bite-sized pieces of it. Again, kibble-fed dogs never learn that, and that's why they often have a problem when they switch over to raw food. Just a second, I'm going to go get Mr. Septimus so we can watch him eat. We brought him back so we can watch him. Ooh, Baloo ripped a big chunk off of that. Now, fish bones are very soft and pliable. They're a good thing to teach puppies how to chew on. You know, if you've ever deboned a raw fish, especially one this size, you know, the bones bend and twist all over the place. Raw bones are perfectly safe for your dogs. It's cooked bones that are dangerous. Cooking the bone changes the consistency of the bone and makes it indigestible and prone to both obstructions and perforations of the bowel. Raw bones won't do that, but you do have to teach your dogs how to chew them properly, as chewing is the first stage of digestion. If your dogs aren't chewing up the bones they're swallowing properly, you'll often see them regurgitate them later. Again, he looks so much different now that his ears are up. Dogs that grow up eating raw food have much stronger jaws and a greater bite force than those who grow up eating kibble. And again, they're spending their whole lives, every meal, powering through bones and that. And like any muscle, the jaws become stronger when worked daily. You can hear little Septimus chewing those fish bones with his back teeth, with his molars. That's what we want to see. It's like, hey bro, can I have some of that? And this is really their first time not eating raw food from my hand either, so they're starting to learn how to eat with each other. I like to feed it from my hand early on because I can control the rate at which they're eating, and it also bonds the puppies to me, you know, eating the food out of my hand. If you'd like to learn more about the raw diet, I always provide plenty of links in the video description. Don't take my word for all this stuff. I'm just some guy on YouTube. You want to do your research to make sure that what I'm saying has some accuracy to it. And you should be doing that with any information you get online. You know, YouTube and the internet in general are full of all kinds of people who pass themselves off as authority figures on topics they have no business doing so. I'm not one of those people. I'm an animal warden with over 30 years experience working with dogs. I've been feeding dogs raw for over 20 years, but I still, you know, recommend you do your research. I've provided plenty of links in the video description that'll help you do that. There are several raw feeding protocols. One of the most popular is the Barf protocol. Barf stands for Biologically Appropriate Raw Foods. It was created by veterinarian Ian Billinghurst, who's a veterinarian from Australia. And he devised this raw food protocol to help address some of the modern skeletal diseases and health problems affecting modern dogs because of a overly processed, nutritionally deficient diet. Now, Toe, Key, Kurgan, and K-Bar are just in the kennel there for feeding purposes. All my dogs live in the house, but if I had them out here around the puppies right now, they'd be scarfing on all their food. And this is what we like to see. We like to see these puppies chewing with their back teeth like that, and getting through that bone. Get that little piece you dropped in there, buddy. You dropped a piece of food here. You can see, even though Septimus is the more active puppy, Baloo's kind of the dominant puppy between the two of them. Again, that's what we like seeing. We like seeing them chew with those rear molars. If you have an older dog and you're transitioning him to raw food, and you are dealing with the problem of your dog gulping down the pieces and not chewing them properly, one of the ways you can address that is by feeding them large pieces of food like whole chicken leg quarters that they can't wolf down, so to speak. And if that doesn't help, you can feed them food that's fully frozen, and that will force them to have to chew it up to process it. That's a very common way to address that problem. And again, they're learning how to eat with each other now. And he look cute now with his ears up. It really changes the way they look. Again, it's very important that you teach your dogs how to chew their food up properly when they're eating raw food. Again, chewing is the first stage of digestion. And if they don't chew it up well enough, they're going to vomit it back up. I start early on teaching my puppies this lesson. Again, those little fish bones are super soft and pliable, and you can see him working and chewing on them. Mammals of all shapes and sizes around the world eat raw fish bones as a regular part of their diet. As I've said, it's only the cooked bones that are dangerous. Cooking the bone changes the consistency of the bone, makes it indigestible and brittle and prone to both obstructions and perforations of the bowel. A raw diet, again, will help protect your dog from bloat. It will lessen the chances of that happening, also known as gastric torsion. Because again, it develops the muscles of the G-tract, which become lax when a dog has a lifetime of eating kibble. So we like seeing them chew these little bones. Now these are large puppies, so they're able to handle and chew things that a lot of puppies this age won't. I mean, for some breeds of dog, you're going to want to wait until the dog's 12, 15 weeks old before you're doing this with them. But again, you know, I mean, these guys are huge. And because of that, you know, they're strong enough to work on some of this, even with their milk teeth. I've replied to all the emails I've gotten so far regarding the litter of Lycan Shepherds my friend Amy has available, and forwarded those off to her. Good luck to all of you. She'll be contacting those who she thinks make good homes for the puppies. For those she doesn't reach out to, there will be other litters in the future. There's only 8 puppies available from her litter, and I've probably gotten 2 to 3 dozen emails I've gone through. Good luck to all of you. There will be future litters in the future with me and also other people within the Lycan Shepherd project. Amy isn't the only one having litters and working with me. I have several people. And now, as we're getting farther along into the program, we are letting some of these foundation dogs go out to select homes. I have a puppy coming back from that litter Amy has, and then between the 3 puppies here, I'll probably only be hanging on to 1, possibly 2 of them, and that means 1 or 2 of these also will be being placed into another home. Preferably something close to me in a co-ownership with somebody that wants to work with me on developing the breed. Just meaning I would want to maintain breeding access to the male. if it ends up developing into something that we want to continue to use in the Lycan Shepherd project. Now this fish here has been gutted, and that's only because I bought it that way. Most of the fish they sell has been gutted around here. You can feed them gutted or ungutted. If you're catching the fish though and you're not gutting it, you want to make sure that they don't have any hooks, you know, because you don't want them swallowing a hook or something. Now you got the fish stuck underneath here in just a second. Get that out of there for you, little man. There you go. Even gutted fish still has organs, though. You still got the brain and eyes, which are all healthy for dogs. Little man. At Baloo here with his ears. Of course, he's going to stick them straight out to the side now, but he's looking pretty cute. It's the toque man. Hoping he gets some of that fish. I got fish for them. I'll be giving them in a little bit. Looking forward to getting little Ukla here in about a month. That litter Amy has is about almost 2 weeks younger than my pups. My pups just turned 6 weeks old yesterday, and her pups turned 4 weeks old on Friday, today being Tuesday. That was a pretty face. Good boy. Little man's over there drinking. You're so goofy. Say, come on, bro. potty. Good boy, go potty. What a cutie. He's going potty too with the food in his mouth. That's pretty cute. Well, I hope you like this. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell down below. You'll get email notifications when our new videos come out. Check out our merch store. Got all kinds of cool merch. Good way to support the channel and get something cool in return. Buy from the Dynamic Duo. The three amigos in the rear. Now you can see right there, these puppies ate half that fish, bones and all, and had no problem chewing through it. But again, these are very large puppies, and they're able to do things that a lot of puppies won't be able to do until they're, you know, a couple of months older. They did a great job on their first exposure to eating whole raw fish. We'll expose them to some chicken wings tomorrow. That video coming. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, and share. It really helps us out if you hit that thumbs up button and comment. It's good for the algorithm. Again, thank you. There's Mama out here eating what's left. She wised up and went up on top of the stairs to avoid the puppies. I hope you enjoy it. That's all. Bye. Thanks for watching. Check out our merch store down below.